Be careful, dude. You're gonna grab a cord. You're gonna pull a cord out or something.
Shit, dude. We're rocking them Duke codes.
What day is it, Kev?
Sunday.
Sunday the fun day. Man, we had a fucking hell of a time.
You guys have no idea what the fuck we went through already. It's been a day already. 2.5 hours of IT computer bullshit, and we finally got it recording and it sounds
somebody
good.
said one time, he told me to just turn your computer and record it. It's like it doesn't work like that. Fuck, dude. To download 20 fucking apps and fucking otherwise you don't have no sound and the sound's distorted and
fuck. It really is a process, man, and people don't understand that part of it.
But there is people who just grab a laptop and do it, but we're the real deal, dude. We're not selling you no fake dreams. We're selling you the real deal.
You know, we got a fucking effects board, fucking, try to muddle our voices as much as we can to make us the characters, but...
Sunday.
We finally get all the shit ready. We're like 2 minutes in, and this fucking microphone stand... It's because I got a fucking Dybbuk box, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, man.
Out those evil spirits.
Yeah. I had to get it out of the house already, dude.
Ooh. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Give the shout outs. Give the Kevin Calvin Frazier
what's
shout
What's ups? What's up to M. Ortega out at CDCR doing good work? What's up, Granny Sam? What's up to Mariah at Lodi Junction? That's a thrift store place. I like those secondhand gyms, dude. That's where I got my gotcha shorts. What's up to G-Man, Colonel Greg Grin, Michelle Searcy, one of Weller's cohorts, General Brown. What's up to LA Rams, Mike? What's up to Nate and Jason? Killer fan Casey Williams, appreciate you, bro. What's up, John Delaney? I'll be getting you your shirt real soon. And our special shout-out guest goes to a third-grade legend at Fairside Elementary School, 1983 kickball champion, currently residing in Boston, Massachusetts. What's up to Keith Kroger? The fuck, dude? I couldn't even put the paper up, man.
Let it go, dude.
Adios, míos.
Football Sunday, Frazier. What do you think about Football Sunday? What do you think about...
Fucking dude.
What do you think about people who have fucking dedicated their lives to their fucking team? A team that don't know who they are. A team that don't give a fuck about them. Right. But have fucking... If they win, it feels like they win in life. Like if their team beats your team, like I beat you in life. Like I'm still better than you. Like
because my team's better than you.
Yes. So why don't I just become a Patriots fan and become a winner all the time? Become a fucking...
I've had this feeling though, bro.
Warriors fan.
Because I've helped the Lakers win several championships. The same with the fucking L.A. Kings and the L.A. Dodgers. It's been 1988, but you get this feeling like you're a winner because your team won. And because I'm a Raider fan, I feel like a fucking loser because all we fucking do is lose. Dude.
I guess I became a Raiders fan because when I was a kid, Niners were winning all the time.
Yeah.
Right? The 80s, and everybody was a Niner fan. And I was like, fuck that. Even back then.
For me, it was the gold shit. I couldn't go gold, dude.
Well, I just was like, I can't join what everybody else. I was always going against the grain, so I'm like, fuck the 49. I'm going to be a Raider fan. That's how I became a Raider fan, because everybody that I knew was a fucking 49er fan. That's why I became. But we hold on to these games of win and losses. Like, it's like, literally, I watch people at work be like a week of fucking bad attitudes because their team lost Sunday. It's like, what investment do you have in this? Like, just because they win, then if that's the case, I'll just be a Patriots and a Warriors fan when they're good. And then when they fucking start failing off, I'm going to pick up another team just so I can always feel like I'm winning all the fucking time.
Well, dude, it's going to come to pass just like with Belichick and Brady, because look at Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, right?
Right, and the Bulls fucking suck.
Well, Jackson actually went and did it with Shaq and Kobe, but then again, he had fucking Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
It's not like he coached the Sacramento Kings to a fucking championship.
So you're always trying to attach yourself to a winner. That's why the Warriors, all of a sudden the Warriors, have been good. But years before, the Warriors sucked.
Dude,
I know like 2 Warriors fans. Everybody's a Warriors fan now. And I tell everybody, if you're under 40 years old, you can't be a Warriors fan unless you live in the city of Oakland, right? If you're, this is my rules, right? Even my little boys all of a sudden, I'm a Warriors fan. I said, fuck you, you ain't no fucking Warriors fan.
No, my son did it to me too.
I know like 2 Warriors fans. Literally, when I first started in the trade, I met like one Clippers fan, 2 Warriors fans. Now everybody's a fucking Warriors fan.
My son did it to me when he started playing Madden. He became a Patriots fan because they were the best fucking team on the game, And the Raiders sucked.
Hey, people. I mean, look at go to Raiders game, go to Philadelphia Eagles game, go to these games. People will sit there. 49er games will fight.
Yeah.
For their team, like physically go to jail because someone's wearing another uniform or somebody says your team sucks and you take it personal.
This happened, dude. We went to a Raider-Niner game.
It's absurd.
One of my buddies, he's a Cowboys fan. This is a Raider-Niner game, but he's a Cowboys fan at a Niner game. He got fucking cut, dude, right here from the gut up, man.
With a knife?
Like a, what do you call it, box cutter.
What the fuck, dude?
Got hit with a box cutter, dude.
I mean, dude.
Dustin, what's up, man? He's doing good. He's
happened a few years ago.
He's good, but gosh damn that. I mean,
most people take this fucking that serious. Like if the Raiders lose, I'm a Raiders fan. I'm a Kings fan, Sacramento Kings fan. If they lose, they lose. Whatever, Hey, I hope they win. But if they win, it's not like I've beat you in life.
I'll give you another example.
I love ranting on this shit because it gets people so fucking mad when I say. If you live in California, if you live in Northern California, you could only like the Raiders and the Niners. That's it. Even Niners fans I respect because you're supporting your local team.
Well, here's another one, though. Like, let's say you grew up in Boston, right? And then you moved to California.
That's fine.
You see what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Then you should,
But how the fuck are you a Patriots fan and live in Sacramento?
See, I'm all LA, dude, and... I did have a stint there where when I was a little kid, my dad and my uncles were all Cowboys fans. Mm-hmm. But as soon as the Niners started winning, they became Joe Montana fans, dude. Yeah. And I remember the fucking Super Bowl party we were at where it happened. Like, they all transitioned.
Everybody switched?
It was when the Niners played the Cincinnati Bengals, dude.
I don't know.
And they did. They switched out, and I was like, fuck you guys.
What's funny is, honestly, all this shit I say, I don't really care, but I love ranting on that shit because it pisses people off so much when I say, how can you be a Bears fan and live in California? There's no way.
Or Nevada.
Or Nevada. You can't be. It's illegal. And people get so fucking mad. You can like whoever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. Your win is not a victory over me in life. I hope you know that.
Dude, I met a guy like he's a Buffalo Sabres fan, right?
What is that, hockey?
Hockey, yeah. He was a Philadelphia Phillies fan. He is an Atlanta Hawks basketball fan. And then he was a Washington Redskins football.
That's fine. You can like whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but I mean, it was so weird the way all his teams were.
But that's okay.
That's who he likes.
That's who he likes. This guy at work. He's a Raiders fan and he's a San Francisco Giants fan, right? Yeah. And people give him shit like, how the fuck can you be a Raiders fan and not an A's fan? It's like, you can be whatever you want,
dude. I think
who sets these rules, dude?
I think a lot of it has to go with colors, though, like green and yellow. Green and yellow. I don't like that. Orange and black's all right. That ain't too bad. But green and yellow, just like red and gold.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Dude, look at these. I mean, purple and yellow ain't fucking cool either.
That's the Lakers.
I know, but it ain't fucking cool, dude.
I don't know. Like who you want. Who cares? But remember this. Their win is not your win in life. You don't beat me because your team beat my team. Like, yeah. But, you're a fucking winner? You're a winner because you aligned yourself with the Patriots? Like... What the fuck? And then, anyways, how can you even? Who is a Patriots fan? I didn't know any Patriots fan. Now everybody's a Patriots fan.
That started a few years. I mean, I don't know.
The fuck out of here.
Around here, it started when
I was in second grade, and no, you weren't, you lying motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, they were 85. The Patriots went to the Super Bowl.
You were a Cowboys fan when you were a kid.
Yeah, 85. I was a Cowboys fan.
And you're a Raiders fan now. That's okay. Hey, you can switch.
I'll give you a good example. The Cowboys had just won a Super Bowl when I became a Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah, but I think you realized that you lived in California. You can't support an out-state team.
What happened was I turned 21. I was able to go to Raiders games and drink beer, and that did it right there.
Because you understood that it didn't make any sense to be living in California and to be a fan of a team from another state.
It's almost like being a socialist, man.
It is. It's being a communist. You're a fucking communist. Yeah. You're a commie.
It's true. probably vote for Bernie Sanders, dude.
Their win is not your win.
I don't know.
Let's move on.
We ran it. Let's get on the topic. Well, I guess we can go with this one, man. Roll into fucking AB because that motherfucker just got cut by the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't want to go too long on this because I don't stay on just sports. Not everybody wants to watch sports.
I don't either, but you know, the guy fucked
karma.
up. He fucked up in Pittsburgh. He fucked up with the Raiders, and now he fucked up with the Patriots. And it's obviously because he's black. I mean, that's what the reason is.
Oh my gosh, dude! You're such a fucking
what? Nothing. Captain Obvious?
No, you are who you are, dude. You represent a certain group, and that's fine with me. I don't care.
All I'm saying is this guy don't see the big picture, man. And I mean, would he lose this time? $19 million?
I don't know. I think he'll probably not worry about money when you're that talented.
Nike dropped him.
Yeah,
I think the only thing he's got left is Dancing with the Stars again, dude.
I don't know. I think that's life decisions. That's karma. That's bad karma. You know people in life that make poor decisions. That's fucking. I don't know. Well, dude, his big deal is bad. It's just a bad character.
Here's the thing: if you talk to shit to somebody face to face, or you intimidate them face to face, that's one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's hardly any way you can prove that. But when you got fucking 300 text messages where you're talking shit to somebody and they got them all saved, you're fucked.
What are you talking about?
One of the rape allegations, he was intimidating. He's intimidating that chick, and it's on a 3-way text line with him, his lawyer, and the chick. So I think he thought he had some type of protection because his lawyer was on the line.
How long ago was this thing?
Dude, like 8 months ago.
Oh, I don't know. That's a touchy subject with me because I don't know, man. I don't know what rape and what's not rape anymore. I mean, to me, I know what rape is, but I don't know what sexual allegations. Like, I don't know anymore. Everything's blurred now. You can't fucking. I was watching a movie last night where he had his adoptive daughter. She left. There's a whole movie about it, but I don't want to get into it.
Was it Woody Allen?
No, but she came over and she just wanted a place to stay and relax for the night. And his wife wasn't home, and he was like, I love you, but I can't have you here when she's not here because we have other kids that we adopt, and you have already done, allegations against other people. I just can't have you here because now everybody's so worried about being in the room by themselves with a woman or a child or anything. Like, even with no bad intentions, I don't know anymore. It's kind of sketchy. Like, I purposely am cognizant of everything I do around a female or a child. Like, I don't just become myself. I'm like, okay, make sure you don't look down, make sure you don't don't touch him on the back. I'm like, every little thing I'm like, make sure you don't do that, because it could be taken wrong, dude.
Well, and see, look at the media gives a guy like Mike Pence a bunch of shit because he doesn't go have dinner with lobbyists, or he doesn't have dinner with female lawyers and stuff unless he has his wife, or he has somebody else with him. And part of that is like, look, you can't get me on saying anything because I got this person here with me. But if just me and you went out and say, Weller tried to touch me several times,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, before the show, that's why the show took 2 hours to start today.
Because you touched me?
Yeah, Weller was touching me indiscreetly.
Fucking fingering me. I don't know. The allegations.
Prove it.
But beyond those allegations is just his character. The things he did to these teams. I mean, it's karma. I believe in karma.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Fuck.
I mean, you got 3, they're all historical franchises. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Raiders, the Patriots. They're 3 historical franchises in the NFL. I mean, it's not like a crappy franchise like the Niners.
Or the Cowboys.
It's not like that, dude. I don't know. We'll roll off AB, dude. Let's see. What do you want? You go ahead and throw it up. What do you got, dude?
What do we got?
Do you want to do your wealth?
The disconnect from wealth. Okay, like we were talking, everybody talks about, especially people with no money, about what would they do if they won the lottery, right?
Yeah.
What would you do if won? Okay, what would you do? And I've been asking people this: if you won $50 million, no, don't worry about taxes. Just in your bank account, $50 million. And I'm positive, 100%, that I'd probably at least take 30 million of it and help a ton of people. I mean, friends, family, people I don't know.
And what are you saying help-wise? Like, give them like 10 grand, 100 grand?
Or I would just, I know people's situations. Like, I would take several of my cousins I know that live maybe in an apartment or whatever, buy them a house.
Yeah.
Get them where they can, their rent or their mortgage would be the same as their rent they're paying now.
Yeah.
Or even nothing, just buy it. $30 million. Or pay off your mortgage and pay off DG's mortgage, or like get my cousins a new house, and just try to because I pay attention to people's lives, and I see what's important to them.
Would you help ballers like Flory and Kurt that have multiple houses, dude? I mean, these guys should be giving that type of money away already.
You make a good point, dude. Yeah, well, like, if you didn't need it, you don't need it. Like, these guys don't really need it.
Who needs 12 rentals? Who needs rentals in several different states?
But my point is that we work for people that have hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Hundreds of millions.
Absolutely.
Hundreds of millions. And their whole job is to make sure you don't make money or don't make a profit. Like, they're just like, we do construction, so their whole job is to try to get everybody knocked down to where they don't make a profit. And it's like, why couldn't you let people make, how much money do you really need? So if you have $500 million, how many people can you help with that? Or when you buy yourself $1 million vehicle, or like, I would feel, even at, if I gave away 30 million, at 20 million, I still feel kind of like a piece of shit. I feel like, golly, look at all these fucking people that I could help. I don't know where the disconnect is from.
I think it's just like anything else, man. Those people don't have that in their mind. Like, how can I help people? That's not in their mind, dude.
Well, they might do it on another level, maybe on a tax break level. Like, well, we can donate to this charity and we can cut some of our fucking tax.
No, there is a sweet spot for taxes and all that shit.
But it's not about that.
Okay, here's like I tell my kids all the time, right? They need new clothes. They're getting new clothes. I said, so you take your old clothes and we'll give them to somebody else, or we give them to the church, or whatever. We do it all the time. So the real charity is not giving away some shitty shirt that has a stain on it, right? That's easy to give away.
Right.
Give away your favorite shirt. Give away your favorite pair of shoes, right? That's real charity, because that's something that you yourself like, right? And these people like money.
And I see a lot of athletes who do this, who have backpack giveaways, have turkey drives, have stuff. And a lot of times it's not even like Shaquille O'Neal does it quite a bit, and he don't get a lot of publicity for it. A lot of these athletes do it all the time because they get it. I think they have the same mentality that I have, is like they get it. Like, they've had nothing.
Look at Marshawn Lynch, dude.
They get a little bit of money and they help out their community a ton. I'm talking about these corporate fucking developers, corporate fucking business owners. What is wrong with them? Hilton Company, the fucking Amazon, fucking all these construction developers, like, all this money, dude. Literally, this is a true story. A friend of mine from work had his kid was playing sports and they wanted a sponsor. So he's like, you know what? I'll ask the developer. And I was like, to him, I was like, well, good luck, dude. You know how fucking this guy might have $500 million or fucking $700 million. But he goes, so he's seen him. He's driving by one of the jobs we were doing for him. He said, hey, my daughter's having this little soccer thing and we want to see if you can get some sponsors. Absolutely, 100%. Is $100 good? And then and then he didn't even know how to respond. He was like, yeah, that's good. And then he left, and I was like, I told you. That motherfucker offered up $100 fucking dollars. This guy literally has now probably $1 billion. He offered up $100 fucking dollars. He was like, what the fuck am I going to do with $100? I can't even get one person's cleats for $100.
You can get fucking orange slices and juice boxes for 2 games.
Yeah, dude. What is the disconnect from people of this magnitude of wealth to where because was it 3% of the wealthiest people have like 70% of the wealth in America? Or something
absolutely,
like that?
Dude.
But and where is the disconnect from that? Where does even with Warren Buffett, who everybody looks at like an old grandpa, he looks like a good guy, whatever. He doesn't even use his money. He uses fucking like investment or stocks, and he leverages those stocks and uses the bank's money. And,
no, there's the whole game to money.
Oh my gosh, dude! What is wrong with these people, dude?
Charity can come in all kinds of forms. Like, if you don't have money, you can donate time, right? And if you don't have time, then you can donate money. But charity comes in all forms, dude. I mean,
it happens even at the you see these evangelists on TV with these huge auditoriums and these fucking nice vehicles and planes, and it's like, in the Bible it says that it's easier for a camel go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven.
Yeah.
Don't you use that concept in life? Like,
well, the eye of the needle, when they're talking about that, the needle was actually a hole in the gate. And for a camel to do that, he would have to bend his knees and slide in on his belly, which is impossible. But people always think it's the threading needle.
But the actual meaning, though, is that
it's impossible.
You can't have this wealth and die with this wealth and leave it to fucking 2 children and not help people of this fucking world. That's what they're basically saying. Yeah. I mean, you can if you want, but you can't call yourself like a good person or a Christian or, you know, have a good soul. And if you're hoarding this shit, like you have to, like this morning, okay, so I'll buy myself a donut. I go outside. There's a homeless lady out there. I give her my donut. I go back inside and buy myself another donut. It's just like, I guarantee these people wealth would go outside and be like, well, I'm not getting them no donut. That's their problem. They're fucking homeless, and I'm not helping them. They need to rise up on their own. And it's like, dude, like, what are you hurting by trying to help somebody? What the fuck is wrong? A capitalist society is great because we're able to fucking create our own businesses and stuff, but it creates so much greed, dude. It's like there's a double-edged sword in this.
I don't think you can. Can you give away too much? Is that a point where you say, "Oh, I gave too much away"?
You could never give away too much.
And the whole point of being a philanthropist, right? Like, you die and you leave $300 million to the Audubon Society or something like that, right?
That's another fucking scam, dude.
St. Joseph's.
So the Warren Buffett was, I'm not leaving my kids any of my wealth, but then he puts them as chairman of these groups,
the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But they put him, and then they give him a $50 million a year salary.
Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't fucking give? You just gave him that. You fucking. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because people don't look past the front page. They read the headline. They're not reading what's going down below.
Right. Oh no, Sarah told me. Oh no, he's not leaving his kids anymore. No, yes he is. He's leaving chairman of these charities. Yeah. They're getting a $50 million a year salary. And then on top of that, you know, who knows all the other investments that they put him involved. Okay, that's fine. But I just think in the world, not just here in America, we just lost the value of charity. And it's not giving somebody something so they don't learn. Everybody has to learn their own value or learn how to work you just don't give people shit. But there is people in need that it's okay to fucking buy a homeless person a fucking meal. Like, you're not hurting them.
You look at these charities, though, man, and very rarely do these charities give 80% back to the cause. A lot of it's ate up in administration, salaries, office, all this other kind of shit,
Agreed.
Right?
I agree.
So the best form of charity, like you said, like I remember that I told you that Elvis story where they're driving in the bus, dude has a flat tire, Elvis pulls over, talks to the dude, picks him up, takes him to the car dealership, buys him a new car, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of getting him of his flat change or whatever, he buys him a new car. That's the kind of charity I want to provide, is that face-to-face fucking, I'm going to help change your life today kind of shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you give big money sums to big corporations or big non-profits, right, it ain't going where you want it to go.
And I understand you have to be aware of who you're trying to help too. Some people are definitely trying to take advantage of it.
I'd like to do this. I'd like to go out to one of these homeless camps and say, hey, who can pass a drug screen, right?
Not going to be too many.
Okay, not too many. But there are people that are sober out there, living sober, trying to get by and do shit, right? Mm-hmm. Those kind of people right there, I want to help. The people that are doing drugs, I want to help them too. I want to give them a shot of fentanyl and let them fucking kill themselves, because that's what they're searching for anyways.
Okay.
Do you feel me? Can you knock on wood?
No. I'm not on his fucking. Not even close, dude.
Dude, somebody's gonna get smart enough to do that, dude.
Just kill them off?
No, they'd kill themselves off.
I don't know about that, dude.
Dude, I guarantee you, this is what happens. Somebody dies of an overdose. The first thing the other addicts say is, "Where did he get his dope?" Well, who did he get it from?
Right, because they don't want to take the same dope.
No, because they want it. They want to get that fucking high, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I watched tons and tons of narc programs, dude.
All right. So, well, never mind. I didn't know you were well versed in this. I didn't know you watched narc programs.
I'm a professor, dude, of Netflix.
My bad. I
got a Netflix degree, dude.
This guy watched Netflix. All of a sudden, he knows how to help the homeless.
Dude, I got a Netflix degree. I got a history degree. Bravo. Lifetime.
Okay. My bad.
Fucking, we're getting off topic again. People are getting mad. Okay, how about this one, dude? You had me watch a program. It was about an hour long, right? The Revolt Summit.
Oh, it was a black Democrats, Republicans, rapper.
Well, there was one Republican.
No, there was two. The other female was a Republican.
I consider her an independent. She had conservative views.
Well, you should be independent anyways. I mean, when I hear liberals talk, and the definition of liberals, I don't even like saying liberals because it sounds so fucking stupid. If you say libtard, you're a fucking turd anyways. But
no, libtard's a great word.
Sure. You
just hate it because I use it.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're in Harrison's camp on that. Dude.
So no, you go. I listen to people left, and I'm like, fuck,
libtards.
I can't follow that train of thought. And then I listen to people right, and I'm like, I can't follow that train of thought. I know life is somewhere in the middle. And every time somebody will fucking follow party line like a fucking trooper, like a fucking blinded soldier, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
We got that, but who you got on there? You got Candice Owens, you got T.I., you got Killer Mike. The light skinned dude with the glasses, I forgot his name.
Those other guys, I didn't really know who they were.
Well, that Tamika,
Mallory,
and then the other conservative type lady.
Yeah.
But all these people are set up on this stage to kind of see what's going on in the black community, right?
Right, and it's a good dialogue. I think it's a great dialogue.
I like what they had going, but to me, it was like you had one Republican, one conservative, and then you had four people that lean to the left. Even Killer Mike, who's got a great brain, and his whole thing of which master are you going to serve,
right?
The Democratic master or the Republican master. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That thought process he had right there of having to serve a master.
I like that his whole outline of having a 10-point. Like, let's black people come up with a 10-point deal of what we want. Submit it to you. What are you going to help us with this? If you're not, then we don't need to vote for you. I like that. Like, he's not exercising violence or like fuck you. He's just like, here's our agenda. If you don't do it, we won't vote for you. Our power is our vote.
Yeah, here's what I got about it. Like, even Candice Owens was saying that Hispanics are going to be the biggest voting bloc there is Hispanics, right?
Yes, it's going.
So the black vote's not even going to matter in 5 or 6 years because
it matters right now.
It matters right now.
Right.
But what I also seen was, like I said, well, now let me think if these were white people on the stage talking about getting white people together to make a white. No. This is all I'm doing. I'm not taking it anywhere else. Okay, I'm just taking it right there. To me, that would be racist.
Fraser, this is what Jewish people do all the time. This is what Hispanic Americans are doing right now.
Okay. This is what I'm saying.
The Italians used to do it. I don't know how much they do it now. Every group of people do it. Like, Muslims get together, Asians, Filipinos, they get together. They put their money. Arabic Americans put their money together, and they do the same thing.
I understand, and to me, that's where I'm going with. To me, this is where the problem is because, first of all, you're American, right?
Yes.
You should be thinking American.
Okay.
Before you think of the race card, or you think of the sex card, or the sexual card, right? Americans, that's how we come together. That's how we get everybody to come together. Is we're Americans. We're not Democrats. We're not Republicans.
And I like what Killer Mike said.
We're Americans.
We are Americans. I'm proud to be Americans. Yeah. And the system should represent that. But we have to fucking, I don't know why we pretend like the system isn't leaning in our favor, because it is. The whole system is based on white males exceeding in life. That's what it's based on. Now, you can succeed in spite of, and it's changing. It's ever changing. Like, we act like no. America was built on everybody's equal. No, it wasn't. Women weren't equal. People of color weren't equal. And we're changing. We're slowly changing. Now,
did you watch that video I sent you?
I listened to I watched your video, Candice Owens. I watched 3 other videos of Candice Owens, and every single video I watch of Candice Owens, she has the same talking points in every fucking video. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah. I listened to Roland Martin talk about her points, and he broke her points down, and I was like, fuck, because every time you can listen to somebody else, you hear somebody else's perspective, you're like, oh, he just chopped her down. And then she chopped somebody else down. Yeah. It's like everybody can chop each other down, but like Killer Mike said, he's all, fuck all that shit. Stop chopping each other. Let's take the best of what she said. Let's take the best of what Killer Mike said. Let's take the best of what everybody said, put it together, and have a plan to move forward. He said, he goes, black people are 15% of America, right? Yeah. He goes, we should be 15% of law enforcement. We should be 15% of fucking Congress. Judges. Yeah. We should be 15%. He's not saying we should be 50%. Yeah. He's saying we should represent the percentages that live in this fucking country. And he's not saying you should give it to us. He's saying we need to go out and get it. I like what he's saying.
No, he's got a good point of it, man. And like he said with the ATL, the ATL took being black and blew it up into a big, prosperous thing.
Correct.
Where capitalism is thriving, where black individuals no longer are the people that want to find jobs. They're the ones that are handing jobs out.
Well, did you watch? There's a documentary of in South Africa where they changed the whole structure, the whole fucking dynamic of South Africa. So, for a long time, the British ruled South Africa. The whites were in charge. It was during apartheid, and the blacks were the lower class. It was just accepted like that. Well, now it's switched. So now you have all these whites in these homeless encampments and trailer parks, and they're speaking out. And they showed this the black people driving nice vehicles and had all the good jobs, and black people, when they were hiring, they took blacks before they took whites. They changed the whole dynamic, and the whole thing's switching. And it's funny to see. It's like a movie, watching how the dynamics of the structure of a country can change, where it favors one race over another. And it's wrong. It's wrong.
Well, what Killer Mike said, dude, is okay. You play if you are the victim, if you're playing the victim side of the card, right? That's where you're going to go with it, right? He refused to be a victim. He's going to get his money. He's going to do what he's got to do to take care of him and his. Like his analogy with the Waffle House, right? Where Tamika's saying, oh, we should have got together and fucking not given any of our money to any of these Waffle Houses. And then Killer Mike's like, well, look, if you do that, who's working at the Waffle House? Black dude supporting his family. I got several friends that came out, they were incarcerated, got a job as cashier, became a cook, then a manager. Now they're general managers, right? So you're taking money out of black people's pockets too that work at these Waffle Houses.
He made a good point when
he did. He started rolling on. He's got knowledge. Dude.
He made a good point when he said, we're not ready for real freedom yet. And until we are, he goes, and if we're ready for real freedom, he's all, let's let these athletes not play the sports. Let's let the analysts not do. Every black person don't go to work. Every fucking black police officer don't go to work. If you took all and you just stopped and you just said, we're not going to work. He goes, maybe we can change something. Until you're ready for that, we're not ready for fucking real freedom.
No. And one of the big things for me is in order to make yourself equal, to be on that same plane for a field, you have to throw away the cards. You have to. And that's what most people that do well in life do, is they consider themselves equals, right?
Right.
You can't consider yourself lower class.
No, but he did make a good point, is there's always going to be a slave class.
Oh, yeah,
and 100%, there's always going to be a slave class, whether it's going to be Mexicans, whether it's going to be like poor white people, whether it's going to be black people, whether it's going to be people working on illegal immigrants. There's always going to be America needs a slave class, because we in a short time surpassed Europe because we had slave labor. We surpassed everybody because we had labor for free. When everything, the economics started changing after the Civil War, because then we had to start paying people for fucking labor. That's when a lot of people were it was hard for them to survive, especially in the South.
You're talking 200 years ago, man. You know what I mean? You're talking 200 years.
That's not that long ago.
Here's the same way
we're talking about countries that have thousands of years history. We're young. We're very young.
Here's the same way it works for me. You have guys like Larry Elder, or you have
Larry Elder.
Who's the guy that owns BET?
I know who you're talking about.
Trying to talk Well, you have very successful black people, right? Men and women, right? They're very successful, and they made it there because of what they've done with their life, things they've done in their life, right? Yeah. On the same token, you have these supposed white people that have white privilege. Every homeless encampment I see, I would say 90% white, dude.
No. I listened this morning to the statistic of homeless people in America and in California. Actually, this was specific.
California has the most, yeah.
California had 35% black, 33% fucking Mexican, and the remainder were white.
But that's bullshit, dude.
I'm telling you, I just listened to the statistics of California homelessness this morning.
They're the same statistics.
It's about even. It's about equal of all races.
The same statistics that told you Hillary Clinton's going to be a president by 90%, dude.
I'm telling you, I just listened to this morning. It's all about between Mexican, black,
I use
and
my
white.
Eyes, dude. And you go to Stockton, right? You go to Stockton and check it out. Stockton,
mostly Mexican.
No, I see most homeless I see in Stockton are black. Most blacks, and that's because
I would say there's a lot of Hispanics.
Lodi, it's kind of Hispanic white. Yeah, I see that a lot. But you get in Sacramento, man, and it is kind of more like you said, probably a third of each, because it is mixed up around there.
California overall is a third of each.
Dude, I'll run some numbers on. I gotta use my fucking abacus on this shit, dude. But I'm just saying, dude, why are these fucking white privileged white people fucking? Why aren't they living in their house? Where's their job?
Well, they blew their white privilege.
No. See, it didn't.
They blew it. No, they just wasted it.
The thing is, it wasn't there to begin with. That's why they're where they're at.
You know, I'm not making excuses for people. I think everybody has, should try to fucking pick themselves up from whatever situation. But like Martin Luther King, they telling people to pull up their bootstraps. How are you going to tell people who didn't have boots to pull up their bootstraps?
It's because it's not fucking really talking about pulling your boots up.
Well, that's what his point was. You're telling people, pull your bootstraps up, but how do you explain to people who don't have bootstraps to pull their bootstraps up? I guess some people's plight is harder than others. Some people's struggle is harder than others.
No doubt.
And for the most part, I think it's probably people of color, people coming over from Mexico, have a harder struggle than it is for people who have generational wealth or generational lineage. And
here's the thing, too. So,
and you can't use that excuse. Sure, you can't use that excuse, but it's real. All I'm saying is acknowledge it.
Here's the reality of it. Most of the people that occupy America now, at one point in time, their families were immigrated here. They weren't born here. Well, except for me, I'm a Native American.
You ain't no fucking Native American.
I was fucking born in Lodi, dude. All right? Tell me how I'm not a Native American.
The most Native people in this part of the country is, other than Native Americans, are Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexican. And we treat them like they shouldn't even belong here. They're the ones that should be here.
But how were the Native Americans Native Americans? They were born here, right?
I don't know how that. Did they come over from Alaska as Eskimos?
They might have, or South America. Did they come from Antarctica up here? I don't know.
Well, they believe life began in Africa. What I do know
is I was born in Lodi, California. I'm American, dude. I'm a Native American. I was born here. You remember that movie Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
Gangs of New York, right? Butcher Bill. He hated the Irish. He hated the fucking Italians. He hated the blacks. He hated everybody that wasn't born in America.
Okay.
Because he was a Native American.
Okay.
Right?
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what I am. My heritage is Irish and shit, so you think I'd be with the Dead Rabbits and that crew that were going against Butcher Bill, but no. I was born in America, so I'm on Butcher Bill's side, dude.
We'll never figure this out. The only way we're ever gonna fucking figure this out is if everybody admits that we had a problem and we fix it.
You guys check it out though. You want to? It's called Revolt Summit 2019. I just wish they would have had a balanced panel, like 3 conservatives or 3 lefties.
Well, I know Killer Mike goes on Fox News all the time. I see him on Fox News all the time.
Well, I'll tell you who I lost. I know T.I. does a lot in the community. He does charitable stuff and this and that, but the guy can't think himself out of a box. All he has is hate in his heart, man. When it comes to talking politics, he just got hate.
Yeah, I guess you grow up in a certain situation. That's what if you're white and you grow up with a Ku Klux Klan, you're gonna have a lot of hate for black and Mexican.
Yeah, but
if you grow up in a certain area, you're gonna have hate for those people.
No, I understand that.
That's why Killer Mike has a better perspective on it.
What politically? Where does the Ku Klux Klan come from? The Democrat Party.
Oh fuck. This guy.
It's a fact.
Sure, I'm sure it is.
It is, dude, and that's what I'm thinking to myself. You hate the Ku Klux Klan, but you're going to support them by voting Democrat.
What are you talking about?
That's the truth, dude.
No, that means all this time we've sat here, you haven't listened to me one time, which is true. Most fucking far-right people don't listen anyways. Dude, I'm going to show you my ballot the way I vote. It's across the board. It's Republican, Democrat, Independent. It's whoever I like. I always say,
you're trying to blow out the truth. I'm just saying the truth is the Democratic Party started the Ku Klux Klan, dude.
And now the Republican Party is basically
no, it's not.
Okay. See, that's how
you're not willing to learn on the subject. See, you got your own mind made up. You don't want to follow the truth.
Follow the truth. You're telling me? Okay, you're telling me people like
the facts don't care about your feelings.
You're telling me fucking some old white dude gives a fuck about some Mexican or black people. He don't give a fuck. He's racist. We know he's racist. I know people are racist because I hear him going behind closed doors. They use the N-word all the time. That's how people talk. So you're telling me these people at this level, with only white people around them, aren't racist? Get the fuck out of here. Most white people are racist. Most black people are racist. Most Mexicans are fucking racist.
Okay, look, just because you yell doesn't mean it's going to change the fact that you're wrong.
How am I wrong? How am I wrong that the
facts don't care about your emotions?
Okay,
you're getting emotional.
Let's say 60% of Democrats are racist. I would say 60% of Republicans are racist.
I would agree with that.
Okay, but where in my fucking language have I ever said I support the Democratic Party? When have I in my language ever said I support the Republican Party?
You post it right here. You wear it like a lapel, man. You support.
Okay, so I voted for Bush and I voted for Obama.
Yeah.
I voted, and who did I vote for? I voted for John Kasich. I was trying to get him to be president. He's a Republican. So I didn't vote for Gavin Newsom. So where am I? I choose
so
people
why
specifically on the person. If you follow party lines, you're a fucking moron. Okay. If you post fucking general conservative bullshit online every fucking day, you're a fucking moron. If you post general liberal shit online every day, you're a fucking moron. You have your opinion has no value to me.
Okay, so let me ask you, going by your own way of judging stuff, what conservative stuff have you posted? I've yet to see you post anything conservative.
What have I posted that's liberal?
What do you post as liberal? Yeah. Go to Fellas 92 and check out the shit you put on there, bud.
Oh, like the Nikes?
Dude, it doesn't matter what it is. Tell me, so you're calling yourself an idiot because you failed to live up to your own standards.
How?
You've yet to post any conservative shit on your website.
Okay, I'm gonna go and look at it, and I guarantee I posted on my personal one, posted conservative shit on there. Yeah. Of course, I post some liberal shit on the Fellas 92 because I like to irritate people.
Yeah.
But
look at man, you're being a hypocrite.
We'll go back to how I live. I don't get no fucking any kind of Social Security, no fucking disability. I don't get no social programs. I go to work every day. I pay my taxes. I live like a fucking conservative fucking person. I don't ask nobody for money. I just go to work. If I'm in a hole, I just use my credit card. So how am I not a fucking conservative person the way I live?
Dude, if you want to come on this train, come on, bro.
Huh?
Come on. Here, I can move one of these signs over there, no problem.
But I think it's all foolishness. I think the whole follow party line is all foolishness. Like, listen, I listened to my wife Sarah talk about the liberal stuff, and I'm like, I can't go that way. I listened to you talk about your far right bullshit, and I said, I can't go there.
Give me an example of my far right bullshit.
You support Trump.
So Trump's far right. That's what he is.
Trump's a fucking moron. I don't know what the fuck Trump is.
See, that's easy. But when you battle, bring something to the battle. Dude, don't just bring moron, stupid idiot.
On all your text lines, everything that you text is conservative shit.
Yeah, because I am not a liberal. I don't go liberal. I want to keep my money. I don't want to give it to anybody else.
Who's liberal?
What do you mean, who's liberal?
Who's liberal? You always call me liberal. How am I liberal?
Flory.
Okay, how am I liberal? Okay, me and Flory. How is our lifestyle liberal?
Dude, the way you support all your support that you throw out there, like I said, just for an example, everything you post, right?
How am I liberal?
That's what I'm saying. Everything you post.
If I supported Colin Kaepernick, I support America. I support the right for free speech. I support the right to protest. I don't agree with it, but I support it. That's American. By saying he shouldn't do that. Oh, Mike, I went to the war. Mike, I lost my legs, and that has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick is fucking protesting. I'm supporting the right for free speech, the right to protest. That is American. If I said he doesn't have a right to protest, that would be non-American.
Let me ask you this. At your job.
Right.
You're at work.
Yes.
You start protesting while you're on the clock getting paid at work. Tell me how you don't get fired.
What do you mean? He kneeled.
Okay.
He fucking kneeled. That's how retarded the conversation goes. This motherfucker, in silence, kneeled on the corner, and all of a sudden, he's a threat to America.
Okay, so...
Oh, my gosh. He's gonna... No. He's the most American. He's more American than we are.
No, dude. So he wasn't protesting by kneeling?
He just kneeled.
Okay, so he wasn't protesting by kneeling.
It's a law that you have to stand during the Pledge of Allegiance or during the fucking national anthem. It's a law.
It is in the NFL contract now.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! It's no law. You don't have to. If they came to my work and they played the national anthem and I decided to kneel, I should be fired?
I think so.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think so.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that. And I'm not saying I would never do that. And I would never have my kids do that. I support the right to do that, though.
No, I'm with you there, too.
That's American. That's the most American thing you can do. Protest in silence.
There's a time and a place, dude. That's what it's about.
So because I said that, I'm liberal.
No, let me ask you. Because he's so American, why aren't teams jumping on him because he's super American? Why don't they why isn't he hired?
Because he's too much of an issue. Because media will get into your locker room. Media will never stop on your team. So why bring that to your problem? Why? I can see why the teams will not bring that to them.
And that's what I'm trying to show you. The answer is right in front of your face, but you don't see it.
Answer? What answer? That
what he is doing is wrong. He's at work. You don't do that shit at work.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me ask you this. Okay. I'm at work. I decided to sit on, just take a knee. Instead of doing my job, I'm taking a knee. And they say, Frazier, what are you doing?
Okay, what part did he do his job? He played. He did not play. He played.
No.
He just kneeled during the national anthem. He kneeled.
He did a protest at work, dude. That's what he did.
What do you mean? So, okay, they're going to play the national anthem at my job, and I take a knee. I'm going to get fired? No. I have the right to do that.
No, just remove that out of the whole thing, right?
That's the basis of it.
You take a knee. You're in silent protest at work, right? And they say, well, or what are you doing? You say, oh, I'm protesting women's voting rights or whatever it is.
Okay, on what though? We're talking about a specific thing he did. He did not play.
And I'm trying to come up with a similar one, right?
You have to use that exact. You're trying to fit a different narrative for that. That's a specific situation.
Here's what went down with that cat. When he was Super Bowl glory, when he was a starting quarterback, none of this stuff happened. None of it. He started dating a Black Panther leader.
Okay, what you're going off topic.
No, I'm not.
The point is that he has a right to kneel. Why doesn't he have a right to kneel?
You don't protest at work.
What are you talking about protesting?
I don't know. You just don't see that, dude. He's at work.
He is protesting the national anthem.
Okay, here's another one.
So play the national anthem on my job. And if somebody kneels, I can't fire him.
No, here's the thing.
That's the exact same situation.
The inspectors come out to your job. You got all your RDR gear on, right?
Okay.
And you throw down a protest with your RDR gear on.
You're trying to word it completely different, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm simply doing what Kaepernick's doing.
No. I'm saying play the national anthem at my job, and if somebody kneels, if they played it every morning, I can't fire them for not doing that. I can fire them for not doing their job. I can fire them for not working. He worked. What you have to compare apples and apples, not apples and fucking oranges.
Dude, okay, first of all, what job do you know that you go to and they play the national anthem?
In sports.
That's it, right?
So they have a right to not stand or stand.
Dude, all I'm saying is
you can't force somebody to stand.
You remember Chris Jackson, right? Chris Jackson.
That's a nationalist society. You have to stand. How can you make somebody stand? You can't do that.
Chris Jackson also
it's such a retarded argument.
Rauf Mahmoud Abdul.
Right, he played for the Kings.
He also played for the Nuggets though when he was playing.
Yes.
Okay, Chris Jackson, he started doing that silent protest stuff, right? It never blew up into anything like this.
Right, because we have social media now.
Marshawn Lynch, there's another one, right?
There was people who did it before Kaepernick.
Yeah, they did.
But it's social media.
But what the difference is, he backed it up with some other stuff.
Because we have a society that's either this way or that way. It's one way or another. It's no middle ground. It's not like Flory has the same thing. Flory was in the military for 24 fucking years. He don't probably agree with him not standing, but he agree with the right for him not to stand.
No, I agree with the right for him to stand too, dude. And then, like you said, you got consequences, right? He's living with the consequences for doing that.
He is, but I mean, what he got was probably more sponsorship. He might have made more money this way. But look at the legacy he leaves. Okay, so say he's a quarterback because he was just an average, okay quarterback. In my opinion,
well, the first couple of years he was
pretty good. But I would say he would just be an average quarterback. Okay, let's say he played his 7 years, whatever. Right? He's not going to be remembered. He's going to be. Oh, you remember Kaepernick? 20 years from now, yeah, he played for the Niners. I think that's going to be his That was going to be his legacy. Now his legacy is bigger than any game of football, right? It is. For a lot of people, it's bigger than football. His legacy is going to live longer than if he would have just played football. So what's more important?
Well, that's the trump card there, because like he's going to be remembered for a lot of people a negative thing, dude.
Sure. A lot of people negative things, but people like I listened to Bill Burr, and Bill Burr was saying like He's all, you have to stand for the country, man. My father fucking fought in Vietnam. Like, what does that have to do? You're not understanding. He's silently protesting for against police brutality.
Okay, but
a specific thing. He just kneeled. He didn't fucking raise up a banner.
Well, but that's what it means to him. And then you can't say that what it means to Bill Burr or other guys that think that way. That's what it means to them, right?
But
you have to look at it both sides.
Everybody can everybody can look at it however they want to. But the fact of the matter is, he's American. He has a right to do that. He has a right to kneel. He has a right. That's his right as an American.
Let's close out Kaepernick for the last time. I'm tired of that guy, dude. Fucking. What about red tape, dude? What's up with the red tape?
Okay, we can go into this too. This is part of fucking how you live and
it's everywhere, dude. DMV.
You pretend you live one way. And you're really not. Everybody, and we go into this liberal conservative shit. It's fucking bullshit. The fucking Cal OSHA. Like, fucking, we have city inspector who come out. We had him come out to another job. This guy's riding a Harley. Yeah, he got a Trump sticker. He got his shit buttoned down to his bottom button with his hair sticking out. He got a do-rag on with the fucking American flag.
So and he's a libtard is what you're saying.
No, he's all fucking conservative. And then, meanwhile, he's a fucking doofus costing the fucking every subcontractor out there fucking thousands of dollars because he's coming up with this bullshit interpretation of the code.
Let's say
he's part of the problem.
Where does this red tape come from, though? Where is this red tape come from?
This is where I was trying to explain to Sarah last night. It's the fucking individual. It's the fucking individual. Because we can have another job with inspector be like, no, my job is to expedite this thing. We're pushing it through.
Yeah.
They have the same codes, Frage. Yeah. These people have the same codes they have to abide by.
No,
and why is one job different than the other? You can have an OSHA inspector come out and be like, hey, I know a lot of this is bullshit. Just do this, clean this up a little bit, whatever. Let's just be safe, guys, okay? That's an individual. You can have a different OSHA people come out and be like, no, this is a fine, this is a fine, this is a fine, this is a fine. He puts 2 businesses out of business. 2 subcontractors go out of business. Happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. It's the individual. And stop using your job as an excuse to fuck over people.
Isn't that what it is? Is you have one person that's doing their job the way they're supposed to, and you have another person that's not doing their job.
There's no common fucking sense. Okay, you can break down, and it goes back to Candice Owens. She can say everything's perfect. All her statistics might be on target. You just can't. She's not coming from a different place. She's not using she's using literal percentages, which are probably correct, but she's not using okay, I understand but I understand the plight of some people is different than others. She's not coming from that place. That comes with city inspectors, OSHA, the stormwater pollution, this fucking environmentalist. Each individual person will use his common sense and say, I know this is code, but I'm going to interpret it just like the Bible. I'm going to interpret it this way because it really doesn't make sense that way.
Let's stretch this out of a construction point of view.
Okay.
Let's stretch this red tape out of a construction point of view. So you have red tape when you go to the DMV, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad about this the other day. Everything you do at the DMV is on a computer. You're dealing with somebody on the other side that's using a computer, right?
Right.
So why can't this shit be done at home? And then they mail you your stickers, they mail you your license plate, they mail you all that shit anyways.
I use AAA because AAA you can walk in, get most of it done, and walk out. And it's like that. If you have AAA, you can do the same thing just about DMV as you can do AAA.
It is migrating to that process.
It is. And it's becoming a little bit, they're fast-tracking some of this stuff.
Well, we think it's bad here, so one of our, Michelle's aunts just moved to Virginia. She moved to Virginia. So she had to go change her license and stuff at the DMV there. So a normal hour wait here is about what you're going to do, hour and a half wait, right? Mm-hmm. She's in there 3 hours, dude. And she says you think our DMV slow? They have a slower pace of life back there, right?
Yeah.
DMV is one of those red tape things that regulates and fucking puts a strain on us, right? Mm-hmm. It really does. I get the registration bill and it's like $700 for my truck.
Yeah, that's absurd. The California regulations are way too much.
But you go to Idaho and it's like $50 for a boat.
No, I agree.
So,
but I'm a libtard, so I shouldn't agree with you, Fraser.
I know, but it's because you vote this stuff in.
But it's like the movie I watched last night is a great example of this. Like, okay, this young lady, she got ticket in the mail for making false charges, right?
Yeah.
So she got that, and there was no information on there. So she was like, I think a week or two passed, and she's like, I'm gonna go down there because they said that we'll send you further information. She goes, I never got any information. She talked to the lady. The lady goes, let me check. Oh, there's a warrant out. She's like, how's there a warrant? I never got this information. She goes, oh, they sent you the ticket to your address, but they sent the because it's two different departments. They sent the court appearance to another address. She goes, I haven't lived there for 5 years. Now, that lady working behind the desk could have been a bitch and said, it's a warrant. You got to turn yourself in.
Yeah.
She said, no, you know what? That is kind of bullshit. Hold on. She grabbed both of them. She went to the other office. She got it cleared up. She goes, well, now I got you a court date today. You have to do it right now. She goes, I don't have a lawyer. She goes, hey. And she flagged one of the court-appointed lawyers and said, hey, can you represent her real quick? She went out of her way. That is an individual that can change the outcome of that situation. She could have played by the rules and said, no, we sent this out. You should have the correct address. You're going to jail because you have a warrant. But she didn't. She didn't play exactly by the rules. She used common sense, compassion, and she said, hey, we know it's kind of a fuck up. Let me clear it up. That's where the individual has to take responsibility of saying, instead of falling behind your job and saying, well, I'm just following my job, my rules. Yeah. That's why I told the city inspector Thursday or Friday, I said, he goes, well, that's my boss. My boss says this. And I go, are you not a fucking individual? Like, I don't agree with my boss all the time. Have this discussion with him. Hey, that doesn't make sense. Oh. Well, you don't understand him. He could fucking fire me. Like, fucking stand up for yourself. Stop being a bitch because you're fucking hiding behind a job title. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, here's another one, dude. Like you were saying, cops are sitting there on a Saturday afternoon. You're taking your family to dinner, right? Mm-hmm. He's sitting on the side of the road with the radar gun trying to give somebody a fucking ticket, right?
Yeah.
Ticket's gonna you got to pay the money for the ticket. Your car insurance is gonna go up, right? It affects your life because you're going 5 miles an hour faster.
You got to take the day off work.
Yeah,
you got to fucking and
it's
the guy's parked
dude.
This way. It's red tape. That's what I was explaining.
Yeah.
He's sitting there with the gun on a Saturday at 6 o'clock when people are just going out to dinner with their families. Yeah. Like, you don't know what you're causing that person. That person might not be able to pay that fucking ticket. That might change that whole person's fucking life. Well, then don't fucking speed. Well, you have to have some compassion and say, hey, what about the cops that pull you over and say, hey, slow down, stop speeding? Yeah. You know,
I had it happen
so
one
they
time.
could follow the law and say, no, you get a ticket because that's the law. Or they can use compassion and common fucking sense and decency and be a fucking real human being.
Happened to me. I was taking the kids to a soccer game. I was going 58 on Twin Cities by the bridges right there. 58. It's a 55. He pulled me over. And I was like, how fast was I going? He said, you're going 58. I said, really? He's like, yeah, you're going 58. You're speeding. I can't argue with that because the speed limit is 55.
Right.
But I'm going 58. And all the kids were like, Dad, we're going to be late to the game. You know, this and that. They're talking shit because they're little kids. They don't know. So the cop looks back there. He goes, all right, well, you know, you guys just take it slow. Keep it under 55. Yeah. Get out of here. He totally could have fucked up the soccer game, fucked up the insurance, fucked up everything he could, but he used a little common sense. Dude.
But he could have used some more when he's seen you driving by yourself with some kids and nobody. You're not in harm of anybody. Like, he's going 58. Let him go. Like, there's no.
What it is, they pull over Cadillacs. This is for real. They pull Cadillacs over because they say, oh, this guy got a Cadillac. He can afford the ticket.
I guess
that's what they do, man.
I don't know.
Fucking do.
Let's
close it out. Let's get one topic in before we leave, man. How about we end on something fun, dude? The fucking Area 51 was just a couple of days ago where they stormed Area 51.
Did they storm
it? Was yesterday.
Did they storm it?
Yeah. One guy got arrested for urinating on the fence, and another lady got arrested for being indecent.
You know what? I kind of like that shit. Like, go out if you're enjoying yourself. Go out and fucking go do it, man.
Well, here's the thing.
Life's too short.
Millions of people said, "Oh, we'll be there. We're gonna show up." Well, about 6,000 people showed up.
That's still a lot of people.
There's still a lot of people, man. But what I was getting about it with it is, you seen it. It happened again this week. DOD came out and said, yes, those 3 videos we released in 2018. They're real footage. One was a naval vessel. One was an aircraft carrier. The other one, they got it all. Everything's legit. They basically said again for a second time, yeah, there's UFOs. But there's no fucking response. And if you say you believe in UFOs, there's people are still like, oh, he's kooky. Look at that fucking kooky guy.
Okay, the percentage of people you think in the world that believe in UFOs, what do you think it is?
I think it's over 60.
Think it's so? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's be 70% plus, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't really. I mean, it's kind of narcissistic to think that we're the only ones in this whole fucking in this universe, next universe, thousands of universes, galaxies. You're saying we're the only fucking living species,
well,
like only advanced living species.
And I love History Channel, and I love Ancient Aliens, man. That's why I went to Alien Con and all that kind of stuff, because I watch these shows and they're just like a Nat Geo or something. They're giving you facts, and they talk about the pyramids or this and the different things that are going on, right? They're basically proving to you that there fucking was aliens here a long time ago, and they're still coming here, man.
I think they are too.
There's just an agenda, and I don't know what the disclosure agenda is. I can't even.
Do you think the government's trying to keep it under wraps for
absolutely, dude?
Just to keep control of the planet. It's to keep control of the planet, because if you get into like systematic fucking capitalism and all this stuff, it's like, what happens if people start believing there's aliens and there's other life forms, and the structure of this world, of America, of borders is all bullshit, which I say a long time ago. It's all bullshit.
Here's what happens too: the technology they've talked about and has been shut down by guys like Westinghouse, Tesla, I don't know, another Alexander Graham Bell. I mean, all these different inventors that have come up with world-changing things, dude. Like I seen this hydrogen tank. This was about 15 years ago. It's about the size of a water heater, and it's a hydrogen tank they use to make into electricity.
Okay.
Dude, it's a one-time buy type thing. 10 grand, you buy it, you got power in your house for the rest of your life. It never goes bad, dude. You never have to fill it up. No chemicals, this kind of shit.
One time they were talking about razors. They can make razors that last forever, dude. Yeah. They can make batteries that last.
Tires.
They can make all this fucking stuff last, but where is the money? It's on the comeback.
And that's what they're saying, dude, with this disclosure when the alien technology does come available to everyone, right? Mm-hmm. Like that Tom DeLonge, he kind of seems kooky to me, but whatever. Don't fuck with the messenger, I guess. But he's talking about we're going to get rid of fossil fuels. We're going to get rid of gas-powered vehicles, all this kind of shit, because we're going to have these new technology. We won't need it. So
how strong in your faith do you have to be once the aliens come here on this planet and start walking around at visible? How strong in your fucking faith do you have to be to continue to believe your faith?
Well, see, it doesn't change anything for me.
It doesn't change anything for me either.
Because my God is their God.
That's what I believe, too.
Yeah, the aliens got the same God I got.
I believe the same thing.
So it doesn't change nothing for me. Now, if you have a script, if your faith is based on a script, then you're probably going to have some issues with it.
I think so. I think that's where the government keeps that shit under wrap, because along with the government laws is religion that keeps people under wraps. It keeps people fucking feeling safe. Like you look at the construct of this world. Look at the borders. Look at the fucking everything that we have. It's all kind of bullshit, because life is more about the basic necessities of just like living. I mean, some of the third world countries that we think that have it rough actually got it smart. Like, they're living in these tribes, they're enjoying, they're having their little they arrange marriages and stuff, and they're living it right. They got it right. We're still trying to chase down the next technology and shit. We got it all fucked up.
Hey, in that show Carnival Row on Prime, dude, they finally found this new island, and these beings that are there, the minotaurs, the fucking fairies, all the thing we consider mythical. Well, they're alive, and they've been living on this earth thousands of years before us, right? And the people from our society are like, well, if these guys have been around for 10,000 years longer than us, how come they don't have cars? How come they don't have MTV?
Because they know better.
Dude, because they're living a way better life.
Way better life. They're growing their own food and vegetables, and
they take care of each other.
Their
crime level is 0.
Right.
They have 0 crime because they have 0 want. They have 0 greed, dude. I think when disclosure happens, I think it's gonna change shit big. Not just technology,
because everybody will start realizing it's all bullshit, dude.
No, what it does too is it makes us human. We're no longer a white guy, black guy. You're human because now you have an alien race.
That's what they say. That's going to change. That will stop racism. Is if aliens attack this world, all of a sudden we're just no Mexicans and blacks and whites.
Here's what's going to happen. That's a difference, Weller. Okay, Roswell was out in the desert. Gettysburg, that was out in the forest. All these like crash landings and stuff that they've had have been in remote areas. What's going to happen is you're going to have a crash in like L.A., New York, where everybody's got their cell phones and fucking there's a lot of people around, and they won't be able to keep it under wraps.
Then it'll be the human race versus alien race.
Yeah. And then if you watch that Disclosure one, they already have the military already has a plan for this. So once they find the crashed one, they say, oh, that's a triangle that crashed. Okay, so they roll out their triangle fleet, and then they act like World of Worlds, but it's our own military doing it to keep control, to keep chaos. They talk about it in that Disclosure thing, dude, but supposedly they have like 9 crashed aircraft. So that's 9 different beings, 9 different aliens. And I'm with you. I bet you there's 10,000 different aliens out there.
It could be. And there might be fucking conservative and libtard fucking aliens too.
Dude, I don't even think they got politics, dude. Here's what I've said this my whole life. I've thought about this. Like, if everybody had the same car, right? If we all just had one car, and that's what it was for, transportation, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't about being cool or fucking off-roading or whatever, low riding, whatever you want to go with it. If everybody had the same car, I would know how to fix your car. You would know how to fix my car. You probably have extra parts around that would fit my car. You see what I'm saying? We all have the same car, but we don't think like that. And I'm sure these aliens do. They got all the same spaceship, man.
Because they're socialist.
No. What do we got? Oh, we crushed it, huh?
Yeah.
We got a little emotional, dude. Hey, we did have a bad start today. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm gonna be pissed if this fucker skips, dude. Right?
Yeah. Till Sunday.
Yeah, hey, we got to figure that out too, man. So I'm going to be gone next weekend.